Welcome. For our project, we decided to do a Battleship game. For our Battleship game, we wanted to be able to play against another user, a computer, or let two computers play against each other. Our game is going to consist of a game grid that's a 10 by 10, and we're going to have 5 ships for our Battleship game. A 5 square ship, a 4 square ship, 2 3 square ships, and a 2 square ship. And then for our interface, we're going to display the name of the player, the current round, the total hits and misses for each player. There will be 2 game grids, one for each player. Our interface will allow the placement of the ships that'll be concealed. And our game will announce when a ship has been sunk or a player wins the game. And the interface will also declare each shot that we fire as a hit or a miss. So here's our game. Here are our two game grids. Our objective is to sink the opponent's ships by correctly guessing their location. The players will take turns firing shots at each game grid to hit the hidden ships, and the first player to sink all the opposing ship wins the game. So the first thing you can do is to choose whether 2 humans are going to play, a human versus a computer, or 2 computers are going to play. First time we'll do 2 humans. Click start the game and it'll start the setup phase. So you can name your player, and then you'll pick the location of each of your ships. And so here's the first ship selection as our carrier. It's going to be our 5 square, and we'll pick the horizontal and vertical position that'll correspond to the number on the game grid, and the position is the top left ship cell. And then we'll pick the orientation of the ship. So if we picked for our carrier to start the top left in position 1-1 and it's horizontal, it'll end in 1-5 since it's size 5. Then we'll pick the location of our other ships. And in the event you pick the same location where they overlap and you try to place ships, you'll get a warning that the ship placement's invalid, that there's an overlap. You change your ship placement, or if we tried to place it out of bounds, because this would start it in 10-4, and it's a 2 ship, so this would have a cell extending off the game board. Here it'll tell you it's out of bounds for that ship. And so we'll change it back. And now this should be a valid ship placement. All our ships are kind of here in the top corner. And so we'll place our ship. Player 1 setup is complete, and it'll allow us to do the setup for player 2. And I'll just here place them in the top left corner again. And we'll place our ships. And player 2 setup's complete. Now it's time to start a game. It's round 1. Any red cells are hits, blue cells are misses. So it's Bill's turn. Bill's player 1. So this is where Bill placed his ships. We're firing at our opponent's game grid. So we'll select a cell to fire at. If right now there's no selected cell, so if we try to fire a shot, it'll just tell us nothing's been selected. If we try to select the wrong grid, then you'll get a pop-up. You need to select a cell in the opponent's game grid. So we'll pick and fire a shot here. We'll highlight in yellow. Selected cells 10-1. We'll fire a shot. It's a miss. Now it's Ted's turn. He'll fire a shot here, and it's a hit. You see the hits are highlighted in red, misses are in blue, and it'll kind of give you how many misses and hits and ships that you sunk. So we can try this for a few. And here it'll if you this was our 2-cell ship, so we hit it and it sunk our ship. So now it's gone back to Bill's turn, but when we go to Ted's turn, it'll highlight that there's one ship that was sunk. So let's I'll just go here and fire off, destroy these remaining ships so we can see what it looks like when the game's over. Oops. And this should be the last shot. We sunk the last ship. Now let's know the game over. Ted won the game. It took 19 rounds. And it'll tell us kind of the results of how many ships we sunk, how many hits, and how many misses. And so that's two humans playing. We'll restart a game, and this time play against the computer. And I'll go and place my ships. So our play one step complete. The computer already set his up. So it's player one's turn. I'll fire, and you can see the computer will auto go through his turn and fire. So he hit us there. And you can see this is how it's played against the computer, and it'll continue like that until one of us sinks all the other ships. But the one other thing I wanted to show was how two computers play against each other. So if we select two computer players and click Start Game, you can see it'll iterate through all of the rounds. It took 99 rounds. The computer player 2 won the game with 82 misses and 17 hits. And so that's our Battleship game.